Hi, I'm Gabriella, welcome to my channel. So it's April right now, and you know what that means? Camp NaNoWriMo. So my dissertation is due this month, which means I really should not be taking part. But I've still signed up on the website, put in my novel, and joined a cabin and all that stuff. So we'll see how this goes. So I figured we could kind of talk today about what settings help you write best. Like, where do you write best? What sort of environment works best for you? So I am a bit of a weird one. I don't seem to have one particular environment that, like, in this environment I can just sit down and it all just starts working. Usually I have to wait for, you know, that good bit of pressure, you know, that deadline pressure, or the pressure of, like, during Nano this past year when I vlogged it, I felt that I had to write every day so that I was able to vlog about it. And if I didn't write anything that day, then the vlog wasn't really, like, worthwhile. So that was a bit of, like, self-imposed pressure. I find that unless there's, like, a little bit of pressure, I always find it a bit harder to, like, actually sit down and write. Once I'm sat down and writing, when I'm in the zone, I'm happy to sit and write for, like, hours, but just that initial getting into the zone, that's the hardest part for me. Like, there could be a hurricane going on outside, and if I'm in the zone, I won't notice it. How do we get into the zone? Yeah, I guess there's, like, the pressure of deadlines, and then, like, self-imposed pressure, like, I can only do this if I've done this today. Setting up, like, goals and rewards, I guess. So again, NaNoWriMo was good for that with, like, the word tracker and, like, hitting your goals and limits, and Camp NaNo does that as well, I think. This is my first time doing Camp NaNo, so I'm not entirely sure how it all works, but we'll find out. Music for me is a really weird one. It can either be really good, just having, like, some background noise, or it will be the most distracting thing in the world and I'll just be sat there singing along to songs and not actually getting anything written. If I manage to, like, zone out the music, it helps me concentrate. The genre of music I listen to is also really bad for this because I mainly exclusively listen to musicals, and they've got a story behind them, which means you kind of need to, like, pay attention to the words. And so that's really bad when you're trying to concentrate on something else, because I'm just there listening to the words, listening to the story that's happening, when really I should be doing something else. So it's not always the best thing for me, but if it can be, like, background music, then I find it quite useful. So the thing I found the other week was I was in a show, but I was only there for Act 1. And then on 3 out of 5 of the days were 2 show days, so we had to hang around the theatre quite a lot, and I wound up most of the time in the wardrobe room. So especially during Act 2, I found it quite easy to work there because no one else was around. I was on my own. I had the tannoy system going with the show in the background, but I couldn't hear it, like, very loud or, like, particularly well, but there was background noise, background music, and the door was open, and it was right on this corridor that runs alongside of the stage. So from the front of the stage, pretty much, to the back area of backstage, and so people would be coming past quite a lot, and so I'd get a bit of company sometimes. Sometimes the dressers would come in to grab things and head out again, so there was a bit of company. There was literally nothing else for me to do except to work. And then there was the little pressure of, like, people walking past, and they knew I was working and, like, trying to get work done, so I kind of had that little pressure of, like, I'm meant to be doing this. And it worked out quite well. I got quite a bit of work done. So I found that environment really useful for me. And now I'm just like, well, the show's over, and where do I write now? So it's like trying to reconstruct that environment in my house, which isn't going so well. Yeah, that's just an example of, like, a time that I found it was pretty easy for me to, like, get things written, get things done. So I guess for me, just from, like, muddling it through and talking it through a bit, when it comes to, like, writing and getting things done, I work best under situations where it's a bit of background noise, don't feel, like, completely alone, but there's a little bit of, like, pressure as well, whether that's, like, self-imposed or, like, deadlines kind of thing, or, like, meeting goals. That gives me the energy and motivation to get things done, and just, yeah, being in a bit more of a social space, I think. Because I think, yeah, being locked up when you know there's other people around, that's not so great, but when there's people just kind of, like, coming past, like, popping their head in every now and again, that's quite nice. You feel kind of social, even though you're not actually being very social at all. And it gives you the chance to take, like, little breaks as well, kind of, like, integrates breaks for you, which is quite nice. So yeah, that's some of my thoughts and feelings on getting into the right environment to be able to write and get things done. Let me know in the comments what kind of environment suits you for writing, or if me talking through some of these things has made you realise about ways that might help you to get into a good space to write. Give it a like if you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe to stay updated when my next videos come out. Till next time, bye!